In this live. Hello, everybody. Hey, Grand Boy. Let me get through this intro. So it looks like my Grand Boy is here. Boy. Okay, there we go. Let me get everything together. Hello, my name is Sandra, and welcome to my channel From Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we're all things money, investing, and mindset, particularly how to go from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, then please stay. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been with us on our live trading before, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We've got 2 minutes before the opening bell, and if this is your first time, let me tell you what this is and let me tell you what it isn't. I am a new trader. I started trading less than a year ago, and I was trading in isolation, and I was frustrated, and I wasn't learning as much as I knew I could if I started trading with a community. So, 8 months ago, in my kitchen in Mexico, I was in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I decided to open up my kitchen and do live trading, and we created a trading community. That's exactly how it happened. And so all manner of traders pop in the chat, they stop by, experienced traders, folks who've never traded before. We're all here. It's the most loving, caring community I have been a part of. If you have a question, please drop it in the chat. Do not be embarrassed. There's no question that is dumb. You can ask it 17 times, 17 different ways. You're in the right place. Somebody smarter than me will come into the chat. If I can't answer the question, then I will try to find the answer, or somebody else will come up with the answer. And so we just do it together. We're learning together. We're paper trading tonight. And I encourage everybody, if you have Thinkorswim, that's our opening bell. I'm just gonna pull I'm gonna pull our chart in so you guys can see. Let me pull in this chart. I want to share my paper trading screen with you. So hopefully everybody can see this, and I can tell you what I'm watching today. I'm probably going to be keeping my eye on PayPal along with Apple, Google, and Microsoft. I want to say Google and Microsoft have today is earnings, their earnings reports. And I'm going to look right here. You can tell. Yeah. Today after 4 p.m., Google reports earnings, and I'm pretty sure it's Microsoft. Yeah. Microsoft has an earnings report due today as well. And PayPal's just been on my radar. So we'll see what happens today. If you're trading something, let me know. What is paper trading? Paper trading is simulated trading, where you use virtual money. It's not real money. Um, it is in real time. I'm gonna have to. Okay. Hold on. There you go. Okay. Oh no, I made a mistake and banned my grandboy. Okay, so how do I do it? Hold on, grandboy. At any rate, so Jan, that's what paper trading is. It's in real time with real market data, except we aren't using real money. So let me get over here to my paper money account. So in my paper money account, they give you, I think they start everybody out with $200,000. Either 100,000 and 200, it's something like that. But I want to say it's 2,000 $200,000. So you can see we've made a little bit of money. What did I tell y'all? PayPal. Look at PayPal. It jumped from 73 to $74, 73.69 to 74.10. It's on my radar. I'm trying to think, did I set up a trade for it? Let me look and see. Hold tight. Because if I did, I'm going to go ahead and execute it, because it was one that I was watching anyway. Okay, so yes, I did queue up 3 calls for with an August 4th date. So let me go ahead and send that order. And we've got some time on it. So I'm going to confirm and send. We're only buying 3 contracts. So let's see if we can make some money on PayPal today. I hope we didn't miss it. 74.21. I'm waiting for this order to fill. You can see right here, if I click on it, it'll say working. Yeah, you can see right here. I don't know if that dialog box popped up, but it's working. And everybody knows I hate it when that happens because the move could pass, look at that. So generally what I'll do in that case is I'll let those stay just in case they fill, but I'll also go ahead and just mark it into this position. I'm going to buy single. And because I try to trade like I would trade in real life, I would normally buy 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark it in just to get in. Let me look at it real quick. I want to look at that chart. I'm going to save that and just look at the chart. That's the 15-minute. I'm going to come down to the 2-minute and see. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. And let's see, we're going to mark it in. And by mark it in, I'm saying get me in the game right away. I don't care. I just want to get into the position. So I don't even think it filled mine. Okay, so it did fill, it looks like it filled my market order. So we'll see. And then I'll leave these because that market I put in without the OCO bracket. So I'll leave this just so that we can see because I put my stop in place and my limit in place. So we'll see what happens. I probably should have gotten in there first thing because that was 2-4. We'll see. Okay, so we'll watch it. That is our first trade of the day. I'm paper trading, but it's delayed by 20 minutes. I want to say that has to do with something with the way you funded it. I think. Don't quote me on that. But yes, so paper trading is, in a word, is fake. It's fake money, but it should be in real time. And that's concerning to me, Yvette, that yours is delayed by 20 minutes. And it shouldn't be because mine is in real time. And it may have to do with the funding of the account or the way you set it up. So just we might have to put a call in to TD Ameritrade to find out. I want to say that's what I believe. So if somebody else in the chat knows why her paper trading would be delayed by 20 minutes, could you please enlighten us? That's it. Yeah, I think as soon as you fund it, and it doesn't have to be anything much. I want to say it could be as little as $25, but as soon as you fund the account with any amount, and I promise y'all, don't quote me because it's been so long since I opened up this account. Since I opened up my TD Ameritrade, I cannot remember all the stipulations, but I want to say it didn't take a lot because I know when I first opened it, I didn't, load it up or anything like that. So we'll see. All right. So is there anything, Yvette, what are you paper trading? Is there something you want me to look at? I can put the trade in real time. Is there something you want to look at? Is there anybody who has something that they want to trade? Hey, Sarah. Hey, Katrina. Hey, everybody. Yvette, Marilyn's going to be popping in and out, y'all. Y'all know Marilyn is celebrating her birthday month, and I'm not mad. I agree with this kind of behavior. Your birthday month. Celebrate the whole time. I wish it was something I could do about this glare, you guys, but I can't. It's just, it is what it is. No, funding is just putting money into the account. So when I say fund your account, like if you open up a TD Ameritrade account, they'll let you open up the account with no money. They will let you utilize the platform and things too. But once you put money into your account, that's what I mean by fund your account. Yeah. So funding has nothing to do with trading or anything like that. It just has to do with, did you put some money in the account? That's it. That's all. Okay, so these still didn't fill. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel these because they haven't filled. And it could be that, I don't know. Y'all, I don't know why they don't feel. Somebody tell me. I need living my dream to drop by, or Johnny, some of the more experienced traders. See, Tim, she's been trading a while. Lisa, I need them to drop by and tell me why those things don't feel. I posted it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know why they don't feel all the time, but sometimes they don't. Yeah, so Marilyn is out doing birthday behavior. Okay, you're looking at QQQ and Baba. We can look at those. You know, I love QQQ. QQQ is my boo. It's an Ameritrade and Schwab, their merger, it's a done deal and they're in the process. We just talked about this, I think, in the last live. And so I think they're doing it in phases. So they're phasing people in. I think they take a batch and then they move those people over or merge and then they do another batch. I want to say there's going to be some movement coming up in September and October. So I would fully expect by the new year, this merger, you know, all the accounts should be Schwab accounts. The only thing is that even though they're going to change our accounts and merge, they're not going to change Thinkorswim, the platform. Hallelujah. Because the last thing I want to do is try to learn a new platform. Okay, so I'm going to take this comment down so you guys can see the TTM squeeze, the RSI, and the MACD. Those are the indicators that I use. And trust me, it's just a preference. I know traders that trade without any, maybe one indicator. They might use, I like TTM. If I had to pick one, it would be TTM squeeze. That's the one I would pick. And they use VWAP, which is got to do with the volume. Oh, VWAP. Weighted, I forgot what VWAP is, but at any rate, it would be in place of your moving averages. So VWAP is kind of like a price, average price. It might be volume weighted average price, something like that. Don't quote me on any of this. I'm a new trader. Jen says, what is an indicator? An indicator, let me move over here to this chart. I hope you can see my cursor. But an indicator is all of these things that you see down here. So the TTM squeeze, this is an indicator. It helps us see and determine what price is doing. The RSI is an indicator. So all of these things that you see down here, the MACD is an indicator. It's a trend indicator. It kind of helps us measure the strength and the health of our trend. Is it an upward trend? Well, yeah, if it's these bright greens and they're getting bigger and bright, yeah. If they start to turn this dark green and they're getting smaller, then the trend is waning. If they turn red, then you know you're in a downward trend. And the same thing with those colors. So these indicators are here to help support or, you know, what we see happening with price. And the candlesticks are primarily, this is how we see price action. We know if the price is going up, we know if it's going up by a lot, we know if it had a lot of volume. And then we use these indicators that kind of help us gauge the trend, where we are in the trend. Is it a good time to enter a trade, exit a trade? That's all this is. All of these pretty colors and squiggles are here just designed to help us determine, is it a good time to get in a trade? Hey, Donna, it's so good to see you here. I'm so happy y'all made it. I'm happy everybody's here. If you have a question, I will do my best to answer it. And I preface all of my answers with, you all, everybody knows this. I do not give financial advice. I wouldn't take financial advice from anybody on the internet who told me they just started trading 8 months ago. I've told you what this is and what this ain't. What it is a learning community. It's really me. You all are watching me practice. I'm paper trading with everybody else. So some questions I may be able to answer. I really try to study. I try to read. I try to do something with trading every day. I try to, you know, watch a video. I try to do something every day to sharpen my skills. But here's the best analogy that I can give you, and it's the one I will forever use. It's like you have a cousin, and your cousin she's in kindergarten, and you might be in pre-K, and your cousin goes to school, and the teacher teaches your cousin how to read, And she has like 5 good vocabulary words, and she's reading. She comes home and then she teaches you the same 5 words that the teacher just taught her. That's what this is, y'all. That's what this is. I am happy to share what I know and what I'm learning. Hey, Rita, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm telling you, you all stick with it. I can remember literally, I took my first class in July. Yeah, it was literally a year ago when I took the very first class. I was still in class, well into, oh heck, might have been October, July, August, September, October, before I finished the classes. Hey, grand boy, you're just gonna have to watch quietly, grand boy. That's my grand boy, y'all, and he's with us. That's Evan, and he's learning to trade. He's 9 years old, and when I tell y'all my grand boy is smart as a whip, he's smart as a whip. But grand boy, Nini's not gonna be able to talk to you singly today. I need you to just watch and take some notes, and then you and I will talk a little bit later. If you have a question, type your question in the chat, and I'll try to answer your questions too. Well, PayPal isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. We could always get a put. Let me look at PayPal again, y'all. But at any rate, back to what I was saying. This is the learning community. Do not take financial advice from anybody on the internet that tells you they've been doing this for a year. But here's why I wanted to open it up, because even though I was a new trader, you all, I was able to make money. I couldn't believe. Hey, Linda, the first I was making money, and that's just, those are just the facts. And so once I figured out, that, whoa, if you're smart, if you're educated about in terms of trading, if you are emotionally in check and in charge, if you will take the time to learn this game, you can absolutely make more money than you lose. And that's the name of the game. Keep your losses small and make your wins bigger than your losses. You can be a profitable trader. I've heard somebody say, well, many people say this, all traders, no, 95% of traders lose money. You all, 100% of investors lose money. Anybody with a 401k, look back over the last few years. Hey, Shauna, welcome, welcome. You probably took some losses in your portfolio. That's a temporary thing. The trick is to stay the course, have a plan, work that plan, and make your wins bigger than your losses. You come out on top. It's simple as that. Okay, I'm going to check at this PayPal. That's just because we're paper trading. So we've got some calls that aren't probably doing much, making much profit. Let's go on in here and purchase a put and see if we can make some of that money back. Let's see. I'm looking at my delta, my theta, and my omegas and all that other stuff. Okay, so let me go here. I'm going to buy custom, and by custom, I mean this order tray has already been set up, and I'm going to tweak it just a little. 369, 10 is 90. I'll go there. And what I'm doing is I'm setting this up for how much I want it to, once it reaches a certain profit level, to close out. And I'm willing to lose $100 on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and see which becomes more profitable today. Will it be our calls or our puts? And this is working too. I don't know. I did something new. Shauna showed me how to take my thing off delay. Okay, I was gonna say, it seems like it's even on more delay. Okay, so I'm gonna get these out the way. I'm gonna look at this chart and see if this price continues to go down. This right here, that is concerning. This candle right here. This big red candlestick cutting through those SMAs. If these close below, and as long as that RSI is dropping below 50, we got a crossover here. A lot of stuff is saying we might see a reversal, maybe. Who knows? I'm not sure. I try not to predict. I try to just read the candles, folks. Just read the candles. Hey, brother, my family is here. I love my family. My brother is here. My grandson is here. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay, you opened up an account with Schwab and was given slices of 5 stocks. Oh, cool. What was you were given? Well, Sarah, we need to talk about that. Wow, that's nice. I'm not sure. I got to see what Schwab has going on over there. We're going to see. Let me know, Sarah. I'd like to, I'm going to have to check into that because I'm telling you, if they're giving away those, Microsoft, you all, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Apple, and Amazon, oh my gosh. Hold on to them. If they gave you stocks, Sarah, hold on to them. That's all I would say. Add to those positions, you know, add a little bit, dollar cost average in, which means you just add a little bit each month or weekly, but on a regular basis, you just, no matter what the price is doing, you add a little bit, add a little bit, add a little bit. And over time, you'll see the benefit. Okay, so let me look over. I'm going to look at my watch list and see who's doing what. I'm also look at Market Watch. I don't know if you guys are aware of this tab up here, but it's called Market Watch. And if you tap it, these are all, it'll show you who's having a great day. So it looks like Microsoft is up, Nvidia is doing its thing. Nvidia is already, whoa. Okay, so let me go over here and see these winners. Let's see what Nvidia is doing. Nvidia's bright red. Oh my goodness, bright green. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Nvidia on the 2 minute. Let me see who else is cutting up. I don't like to trade AMD. AMD did me wrong. And usually once I get stung by a stock, I don't fool with it. So I'm going back over here to Market Watch. I just want to see. So NVIDIA, TSM, we know that's Taiwan Semiconductor. They make chips. NVIDIA is making chips. And I'm not sure who else this is, but those two are up. PDD. Maryland isn't here. I don't know if somebody knows what PDD holdings are. I don't know what that is. I'm glad to see Apple's doing something. Let me see what Apple's doing. All right, Apple, way to go. Let's look at Tesla real quick, see what Tesla's doing. Okay, Tesla's doing nothing. 269. Okay, so Apple's up. AMD is up. We can look at it, but I don't trade AMD. Yeah, you can see. I don't fool with AMD. But NVIDIA, that's a whole different ballgame. You can make money on NVIDIA and you can make money on NVIDIA fast. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. The move has clearly started without us. It would have been great to jump in right here, but what I do like is how far apart these are spread. I like the way this looks. It's overbought. I don't like that this is changing colors. But if this candle comes in green, I'm looking for, do we get some full-bodied candles, green candles in there, not all these wicky ones. These worry me. So I don't know. Might be too late to be talking about trying to get in that. That's on the 2 minute. I'm going to look at NVIDIA back over the time frames. By that, I mean, I'm just going to pull out. Looking at the 2 minute, that only tells you what's been happening 2 minute by 2 minute. But if I look at the daily chart, like what has been happening over the previous days, that gives me some indicator. And so here's our daily chart. As few as less than 10 days ago, NVIDIA was trading at 480.88. We saw some price move down, kind of here between these SMAs. The RSI is pointing up. I don't know. I don't know about NVIDIA. I'm going to watch the price. 256. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go back. Let me go to the hourly chart. And so Black Girl Stocks and Oliver Velez have great videos about time frames. So if you want to kind of get some logic behind why do you look across time frames, check out their videos. All right. We're going to try it, y'all. Let's go ahead. NVIDIA may do something today. 240, 240. I'm looking at the percentage up. Let me look at this chart again on the 2-minute. I just want to see what it's doing. Okay. I'm going to go for it. I am going to go ahead and purchase. Ooh, look at these. Whew. Okay, this isn't so bad. This spread isn't so bad. We'll talk about bid ask spread and all that stuff another time. Only thing about NVIDIA is that these contracts aren't cheap. So it's probably one of the reasons I don't trade NVIDIA as often, because the contracts are so expensive. So let me do this. That's a lot of money. To be honest with you, if I was trading this in real life, I would probably only trade 2 contracts. But, since we're paper trading, I will trade 3. But normally I would trade 2 NVIDIA contracts, only because they're so pricey. And look at the price jumping up. And again, I don't like to wait when it's working like that. So I'm going to mark it in. I'll buy 3 and mark it in. And by mark it in, I just mean get me in. Like, I don't have an OCO on this or anything. And the OCO is your one cancels the other order. That's where you put your stop limit and your stop loss in. And you should always trade with those. But I want to get in here and see what this NVIDIA does. So we have all kind of stuff going on. Okay, NVIDIA looks good. I'm gonna even leave these in place in case, because NVIDIA can make you some money and make you some money real quickly. So let me get over here to monitor and see where we are. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. Yeah, those NVIDIA contracts that we just purchased are already up $90. That's the power of options. Those PayPal aren't doing anything but canceling each other out. And I had some Schwab that we had open. So Schwab today is up $22. NVIDIA can make you money, serious business. We brought 3 NVIDIA contracts. And did you see how that thing just flipped? Are y'all watching this? That's why I'm telling you, NVIDIA is, you have to be careful. Because it pays well, but if there was ever a stock where the truth is, see profit, take profit, it's with NVIDIA. NVIDIA will, it flips. It's fun to trade in that you can make money fast, but if you don't take the profits out, if you're greedy, NVIDIA will beat you up. It'll beat you up every time. Hey, L. Contracts are like price tags. The contract is the actual thing that you're purchasing. So just like you would buy a share if you were purchasing stock, then for options, instead of saying you're purchasing shares, you're actually buying a contract. So a contract is the thing that you're buying. You're actually buying this agreement, more or less, that you're going to borrow 100 shares. Every contract is 100 shares. And so, yeah, let me check on this NVIDIA money, because I'm going to show y'all real quick, how to get in and get out with NVIDIA. NVIDIA is up to $247. You take that money. Nobody in their right mind would leave that. We got 3 NVIDIA contracts. So what I would do is, honestly, I would start to shave these off. Since we purchased 3, I'm going to go ahead and sell 1. And that will ensure that we get some of those profits. So I'm going to send that and sell 1, and we'll keep the other 2. And that thing is just working. It'll do whatever it's going to do. And we still got this order in for 3, but that thing isn't going to fill. And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to sell it. So guess what? I'm closing all of this out. And we're just going to let this money ride, because let's see what we got going. Close out, close out, close out. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, NVIDIA is up $337, just like that. NVIDIA is a great It's a great trade. But look how expensive those contracts are too. The contracts are $1,500 a piece. Yeah. Yeah, they're 1,500 bucks a piece. So, but so far we're up. Where's my percent change? It says up almost 3%. And I'm telling you, these are when you see that kind of money, you take that. So I'm gonna try it again. This time I'm gonna try to sell two because that's a lot of money by any stretch. And then we'll leave one. That's called leaving a runner. So I'm gonna sell two. Confirm and send, sell two. I don't like that working thing. When I'm ready to sell, I'm ready to sell. When I'm ready to get out, I'm ready to get out. And it's not doing that. You can see it's working. But it's still going too, so I'll cancel. It's still edging up there. So Nvidia was the move today. I don't know if anybody is trading like real money, but we're up $450 on those Nvidia calls. So it really doesn't matter that this little PayPal is down $60 and Schwab overall, I think we're down whatever the difference is between these two numbers. So for today, we made $22 on Schwab. So here's our total profit for today, $442, even with these two not the only one that's not positive is our PayPal. And I can sell those. Let me go in here and look because we've got calls and puts. So I'm going to sell what isn't profitable. Let's see. But I really want to get out of this Nvidia position. Let me look at the chart. I promise you, I'm not that greedy trader. But these are all good signs. So while we're here, let me just talk about what we're looking at and why this is such a good trade and it's okay to stay. You can look at the TTM squeeze. We love this bright blue color. These are getting bigger. I'm okay when we see these SMAs spread apart like that, like fingers like that. That's a great sign. When all the candles are closing above all of these SMAs, that's a great sign. I should be in this trade for real, like in real life, y'all. Our RSI is overbought. The only thing is, let's see, 459. I promise you I want out. I want out. I want out of this position. I want to sell too. We're up $495 on those NVIDIA contracts. Let me try one more time because I knew how NVIDIA rolls. And if you're tempted to stay in that trade, you carry on. But I personally like to take some profit when I see it. And why that thing won't execute, I'm just going to leave it this time because whatever it is, and we'll see how long it takes. I don't know why it's taken so long to execute that trade, but NVIDIA continues to climb. We continue. Okay, so we finally got out of those two. You saw how long that took? I don't like that. So let's go back and I can show you what we did. I sold two. We had three, so now we only have one. And so we took those profits off the table. So that money is no longer at risk. That money's off the table. Right now, we only have one open contract. So we've got $1,500 out there. But look at what we've made so far. We've made over $500 with NVIDIA. When I tell y'all NVIDIA can make you some money, it sure can. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close out these PayPals because apparently it's not our day with PayPal. So I'm going to close them out. There's no sense in keeping that open. If it turns around, you can always get back into a trade. Let me see. I don't know what that was. Let me go back over here. Schwab, I'm going to hold on to those Schwabs. But this NVIDIA, I'm going to close. Create a closing order, confirm and send. I don't know why that keeps popping up, today's statistics. Okay, and then I'll come back over to the chart in just a second. So we've got something working on closing both of these. And it looks like my Schwab too. Okay, what sold? The PayPal contracts sold. Okay. And what else sold? PayPal sold. I think I don't want to sell these. I'm going to cancel this. I'll keep the Schwab. Let's see what happens. And you guys, forgive me, I'm by myself tonight. Let me see. Cancel this order. Cancel. And we'll hold on to Schwab, but I got rid of the PayPal. We lost $75 on PayPal, and I'm okay with that because we're still up 397 for the day. We're still up $400 for the day. I'm okay with that. And these continue. I'm going to peek over really quickly at NVIDIA and see. I don't know what this is. Buy and buy. And let's go look at NVIDIA. NVDA. NVIDIA's still doing their thing. I want to watch this last candle. We're at 460 and price is still going. Okay, so let's see. All right, let me get over here to the chart and see what's happening. Okay, is it's the product or the company? It's the company, Jan. So we're an options contract. You aren't buying shares. What you're doing is you're actually, this is the easiest way I can break it down. It's like you're leasing 100 shares. Someone has 100 shares. They're willing to let go for a certain period of time. And you agree to purchase them for a certain period of time. Well, once you purchase those, you can do anything you want with them. You can buy a call, you can buy a put. Your thesis could be that the price is going to go up, or your thesis could be that the price is going to go down. Hopefully, while you have those contracts, or within that time, you make some money, because at the end of the contract, you have to sell them. You have to end that contract. So hopefully, while you're in that deal, it makes money for you. Jan, I got a couple videos for you to watch. I promise you, you're right. You need the vocabulary. I understand that. That was me trying to learn the platform and the vocabulary at the same time. It was so very frustrating. But I promise you, if you just sit with it and sit around it and watch videos with no pressure to do anything, in a few months, you're going to be like, oh, okay, the pieces will fall into place. Like anybody who has sat with me or listened to me or been with us, you recognize this pattern, this little hip hop pattern. I'm telling y'all, it just goes up and then it comes over. It's like this little bunny hop. And as long as it's bunny hopping on top of those SMAs, we're all good. As long as our indicators are telling us that we should stay in this trade, and we're looking at the 2 minutes. So let me look back at the 5 minute, and I want to see what the 5 minute says. In the 5 minute, you see, we just got this first little dark green candle here, but we've got this big push up and a little pullback, push, push, a little pullback, push. I like how full bodied these candles are still. These red, I'm always concerned when I see red. And you see how small this green body is getting now? It suggests that maybe, just maybe, this trend might be running out of energy. Big push, big push, big push. But on the 2 minute, you can see it doing that little bunny hop thing. So the minute it really kind of falls out of that pattern of that bunny hop, yes, it's time to go. It's time to sell. For me anyway. So I'm going to sell our last NVIDIA contract only because we're not trying to be greedy. Who knows? The trend could continue. It could. It doesn't have to, though. And we don't have to hang around to see. So I want to get out of that position. Yes, I want to close it totally. So we are totally out of the position that we had. We had 3 NVIDIA contracts. Our money wasn't out there very long. And remember, we mitigate our loss or how much money we're risking when we put in those OCO orders. So even though it might cost you 1,500 times 3 to make that trade, You're not risking all of that money. I like that part. If you got some money to play, no, hey, why not? Let's go look and see. So yeah, Nvidia, we got a total out of those three of $500. So that was a good deal. We took a loss of $75 on PayPal. And I'll tell you, I probably should have gotten in there sooner. We could have held on to those, any number of things. And it looks like Schwab for the day is up 22. Somehow, I'm not sure what the heck is going on. And let me see if we have any of these. Okay, so we do still have a position open. We still have three, and we've got 24 days left on those Schwab calls. That's why I'm not worried about those. And Schwab can't really hurt us. It just trades so slowly. If you want to, we can look at that. That Nvidia, you close that. You take that money and you run every time. I'm sorry. So the Schwab position is one that I'm going to hold. It has 24 days left on that contract. I'm not worried about it. I didn't want to lose any more money, $75. I mean, Oliver Velez says, and I swear I quote him all the time, because when I heard it, I was like, that makes sense. He says, never let a trade take more than $69 from you, more than $70. Because clearly you didn't get it right. Clearly we were off on that trade. Nvidia was the move. And I just want to look at the chart and see what it's doing. Yeah. And we got out of it in time too. Because now look, 458, it's coming down. And if it crosses underneath, this is my 9, this 13, you could just about bet it's probably going to try to make it to that 50. I'm just saying. I don't know. And then you see how sharply our RSI turned? These turn dark blue. They're getting shorter. Look at this. It looks like this thing and our MACD is poised for a crossover. All of those are signals. It's time to leave the trade. It's time to go. Plus, we've deviated from that pattern, that little hoppity hippity hop pattern. That's not to say that this candle, this is a 2-minute candle. Yeah, it's not to say that this next candle can't come in green and continue that hippity hop pattern. But why do we need to stick around to see? Why do we need to keep our money at risk? We don't. I think $500 is quite respectable. Personally, a few days like that and I'm out. I'm not trading anymore. You let a couple of those days happen. I'm not trading anymore. Yep, Kathy, we're all in here learning together. That's what it is. We're all in here learning. I am a student. I study this every day. Yeah, that's basically it. And I guess because I'm so passionate about it, um, it doesn't feel like work to me. None of it. I'm watching videos all the time. I am reading something. I follow financial publications like Market Watch, Yahoo Finance, TD Ameritrade, CNBC, all of those. At some point in the day, I'm listening and I'm in the realm, in the money realm. And I'm going to tell you, I just believe this. If you stay in that space, if your friends are talking money, you're talking money, and you all talk about how to make money, and learning financial, eventually that thing becomes your reality. You are creating it. I believe that. I just believe mindset. And it's why the title or the name of the channel, From Lack to Legacy. I believe that your mindset is everything. I believe what you do, what you say, and how you believe, what you believe about money is your reality. And so I choose to believe in abundance. I choose to believe that being financially literate and trying to do a little bit each day is going to beget the outcome that I want, which is I want to create a legacy for my grandchildren. And my grandboy probably had to go to bed because it's getting late there where he is. And so I want him and my son and my children. My daughter was the first one to introduce me to trading. And so it really is very much it's a family thing for us. I think your kids should know about money It shouldn't be the first time they understand or hear or talk about credit or any of that stuff is out of the home. It should be happening right in our own houses. And so I try to bring my grandkids in because I know in my house nobody talked about money. It was like taboo. You better not ask your mother or your father how much money they make, or that those were conversations that just never happened. And I want to change that. I want us to talk about money. I want us to I'm very open about the financial mistakes that I've made. My life really is a cautionary tale. I made it out, y'all, by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I did bare I not I'm not gonna say that. I did enough things right where I can breathe. But I had to learn the hard way. Oh my gosh, I made some of the dumbest, most bonehead money moves anybody could ever have made because I didn't know. And I learned though. Once I make a mistake though that costs me something, oh, that's a bought lesson. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't those are the best. Those stick with me. If I lose some money, oh, you best believe I'm analyzing and looking at that thing 6 ways to Sunday because I don't like to lose money. I really don't, which is probably why I trade the way I trade too. I am not one of those people. I'm never going to risk the whole farm. I'm never going to be like, we're going all in, like this is Vegas. You're never going I don't preach that. I don't teach that. I don't talk that. I think sound financial knowledge, I believe slow and steady. I believe in the long haul. I think when you purchase stocks, that's very different from trading. For me, trading is a way to generate income. For me, trading is a way to turn on your computer and make money that day. You don't have to go get your hands dirty. You don't even have to put on your clothes. Yep, no losses, just lessons, L. You better tell it. And that's how I see it. Because those losses can get in your head too. I don't even let it. And I've lost money. Y'all already know. Everybody knows the infamous mojito lunch. I lost a whole bunch of money being silly. That will never, ever happen again. Very expensive lesson, but I learned it. I do not play when it comes to my money in trading. I don't. I learned that lesson and I tell everybody I have no shame about sharing that because it happened. I promise you, my life's a cautionary tale, and I'm open. I try to be as open as I can be, and still be safe and protect myself. We are on the internet, but yeah, y'all, we are here learning together. I am no financial guru. I am a cautionary tale. I can tell you the things that I did right too. I mean, there were some, I think investing is always going to be right. I don't care what the market is doing. And dollar cost averaging, if you don't know what that is, that's where no matter what the price of an equity or a stock is, if that's your pick and it's a part of your portfolio, you pay into that. You pay into it regularly because eventually, really what's happening is when the stocks are down, you're getting them at a cheaper price. So when the price reverses, and historically the stock market just goes up. I could show you 20 stocks. If we look back over the last 20 years, you will see historically they just go up. The price of those stocks go up, profits go up. And I'm telling you, I'm glad y'all we got out of this Nvidia because let's look and see. Look at that. We got out just in time. And I'm telling you, if this red candle closes underneath this 13, it's a good chance it's going down to this 50. This is our 50-day moving average. So that move is like the 9 to 13 to the 50. Yeah, look at it. I'm telling you. And if that RSI continues to dip and it goes below 50, it's a wrap. So we did get this crossover right here on the, can you guys see this on the MACD? At first that blue line was on top and now that blue line has crossed underneath. They have crossed over. Do yourself a favor and y'all don't listen to me. But look up Golden Cross and Death Cross. It has to do with the way that the SMAs cross over one another. And I want to say that the golden cross, I could look it up for you. I'll do it because that's something, that's some language you should know, golden cross and death cross. So I'll look it up real quick because it has to do with how the moving averages interact with one another. Golden cross, death cross. Okay, here we go. Golden cross versus a death cross. And I'm just going to read this to y'all. This is from Investopedia. That's another one. Good resource, you guys, Investopedia. And I'm not going to read too much. Okay, but I'll give it to you right here. It says a golden cross and a death cross are exact opposites. A golden cross indicates a long-term bull market going forward, while a death cross signals a long-term bear market. Both refer to the solid confirmation of a long-term trend by the occurrence of a short-term moving average crossing over a major long-term moving average. I'm going to post that. I'll post this on the community tab just so that you'll know. But yes, the way those SMAs cross over one another is significant. And you should know that because it'll help you in your trading. But you can also look down here at your MACD. This happens very common. I mean, these crossovers happen all day long. And I believe the golden cross and death cross, of course, they happen up here in your chart where you have your SMAs. And again, it's a short-term crossing over a long-term SMA. But I will post that and I'll try to find some pictures and examples and I'll drop it in the Google Drive too. But for sure, I'll put it on the community tab. But this here, we all see this. We see this every day where this crossover happens down here in the MACD. And you can see it went from an upward trend and it started to signify here's a downward trend. Our TTM squeeze is showing us the same thing. All while the price was going up, we were having a good time. I mean, these were getting bigger. They were bright blue, the right color. And then suddenly they turn to this darker blue and they start to get smaller and they start to diminish in size. And look at what else happens. Look at our volume bars. Our volume is going down. It's not like it was this morning. First thing this morning, these big volume bars, lots of buyers and sellers in the market. So fewer people in the market. And now you can see where the bears are in charge. Bulls represent upward price and bears represent a downward trend or when the price starts to fall. So you might hear somebody say, oh my God, the bulls flooded the market this morning. That just means that buyers flooded the market. There was a preponderance of buyers. If you hear them saying that the bulls are in charge, that means that buyers are in charge. If you hear them saying bears are in charge, bears represent a downturn in price. And one way to remember that is that when bulls attack, they attack with their horns upward. When bears attack, they attack with their claws and they swat down. So bears for down, bulls for up. That's the kindergarten teacher in me, Lord. Hey, Carol. Hey, Audrey. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Donna. Donna, welcome back. Okay, we'll see you later. Thank you all for volume. Is the color represented by buy and sell? Yes. Yvette, that's a great question. In your volume, let me go over here to volume. When you see these are green, it simply tells you that the buyers were in charge. Yes. And when you see them in red, it tells you that sellers were in charge. The sellers took that time frame. And since these candles represent 2 minutes, these volume bars, everything here represents 2 minutes of price action. So for the first 2, 4, 6 minutes of the day, for sure, it was clearly buyers were running that price up. Buyers, buyers, buyers. And then you see a little pullback where sellers come in and they say, not so fast. And then the buyers step back in and they continue to shoot the price up. And so as long as I see more green like this and there's volume, meaning these tall bars, that's a good sign. When you start to see, You can just see it visually. There's more red now, where we had one, two, three. I think Oliver Velez talks about this too. Just count the bars. If there are more green bars, then okay, that tells you something. If you count them and you start to see that there are way more red bars, which is exactly what happened, that's telling you something. What I like about trading, I promise you don't really have to be a rocket scientist. You do have to be smart though. And by smart, I mean you just have to follow some basic rules. And some of those rules are see profit, take profit. We don't want to play around. We could check back on PayPal to see. I still think it was a good idea to get out of PayPal. Oh, wait a minute. It's PYPL, PayPal. I still, yeah, PayPal basically is flat. It's not doing anything. Yeah, look at that. And by flat, I mean it's consolidating. It wasn't going anywhere. It did that little pop up and pop down, and it's just caught up all in the SMAs. And SMA stands for simple moving averages. This is called consolidation. You don't want to be in that. You definitely don't want to be in a contract in this because it's just eating away at your premium. And look at this. Here's something else. Look at the RSI, right smack dab in the middle at 50. Yeah, just right here in the middle, moving, doing nothing. It was a good thing to get out of that. Let me see what Apple is doing. Come on. Okay, Apple had a little bit of a run, but not much. Nothing's going on there. AMD, and yeah, Nvidia was the move. Yep, it popped up almost 3%. And let's see, AMD. I just don't like AMD. Look how choppy that is. You know, they had this little, I don't like all that. With all those wicks, that's a lot. And then this caught up in there, I wouldn't fool with that. Nope, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to look at this market watch again to see. So TSM, we could look over there. I bet you that's doing something. TSM, let's look at the chart. Taiwan Semiconductors, TSM, let's see what y'all doing. Yeah, okay. Y'all want to buy some Taiwan Semiconductor? Why not? Let's get in there. Why not? We got 10 days. And that's showing all of the contracts, prices going up. They don't look too expensive either. They're $250. We might as well go for some good ones. 300. I'm gonna go for these. Let's see. I'm gonna buy custom. I'm gonna buy 3. And hopefully we can get in here and catch some of this. What am I willing to lose? I'll put it 10. I shouldn't even be fooling with this. We're practicing. Okay, let's see if we can make some money on Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't trade this one either. I don't like it because I think it trades slow. I don't like them when they trade slow. The only thing I like that trade slow is Ford. I can sit and watch Ford all day long. I don't know what it is about Ford, but I like Ford. I like Ford as a company, honestly. So, okay, let's see if TSM, if we can make any money on TSM, although it's been doing its thing. But again, look at this. All the candles are closing above the SMAs. They're spread out like this. You know, I appreciate that. I don't know. The MACD isn't like saying scream and go into this trade. It's been overbought for some time. The RSI is pointing down. Who knows? But we won't stay in it long if it doesn't make us some money. $100.80, 79 cents. I'm looking at it on the 2. We'll see. If it starts to cross over, we will get out of this trade. But I've never traded TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. I know. Don't you love Oliver Velez? Hey, glass half full. He is the truth. I like, and then his format is like, I love that he doesn't do 2-hour videos. Oh my goodness, you're gonna lose me. He has a lot of, his shorts are good. If y'all are not following Oliver Velez, do yourself a favor, put him in the rotation. I'm telling you, put him right in there. He my second boyfriend. My first boyfriend is Rainer Teo. Rainer Teo is the technical analysis guru. If you want to get better at technical analysis, y'all better get with my boyfriend Rainer Teo. I'm trying to tell you, he is the truth. And if you just want somebody to follow for just overall financial literacy, check out Minority Mindset. That's how it all started for me. I started listening to him, and he does finances, period, all kind of financial literacy, budget, you name it. That's what he's into. So those are my two. Okay, so I got three boyfriends. Rainer Teo for technical analysis. Oliver Velez is just, I mean, he's a master trader, period. And he gives just great, it's easy to understand. He's charismatic. Sometimes he seems a little full of himself with them sunglasses on, but I don't care because I learned so much from him. And then Desperate Singh, I think that's his name, who is the dude that's over Minority Mindset. He's just all around. Oh, shoot, wait a minute, y'all. Taiwan Semiconductor is not going the way I thought. You see this little hoppy kind of thing? Hop. Same thing we talked about. Hop, hop. I don't know, though. I don't know. We lost some pennies here because we were up $100.80. But I'm willing. Let me look at it. I'm going to look at the 15-minute. Look how small these bodies are getting. But still, we lost this volume is down. But this still looks pretty good. Let me look at it on the hourly. Hour. Yeah. Before, so I don't really know how. I only trade a few tickers. I have even run a few Fibonacci, some fibs up there just so I can see price levels. I have listened to the pre-market report before I put real money on the table. But when we're paper trading, I want to just really kind of show you the potential. First of all, I want to show you, if you have any questions, how to place an order. I want everybody to get over the fear of placing that first paper trade or any trade, even your real trade. If it's a real trade, I would just say, be careful. Put into place your OCO. Make sure that you sized your investment appropriately. It shouldn't be something that makes you gasp. I promise you, when I place a trade, I, in my mind, say, if all heck broke loose and you lost every penny of this money, would you be okay with this? If I can't say yes, I've put too much on the table. I put way too, and that's never good. So I don't do it anymore. From now, I just never buy more than 3 contracts. I don't. That's going to limit my ability to make profits. But you can still, you all saw with 3, we made $500 with 3 Tesla. Were they calls or puts? They might have been puts the other day in less than 20 minutes. You saw us make $500 with those NVIDIA calls. And it doesn't take long. Those two are runners. Tesla will run up, NVIDIA will run up, but you got to know how to get out of those too, because just like they run up, they will turn on you. You will be trying to figure out where your head is. And so I don't like to overtrade. I don't like to be in it too long. And see, I don't like this. And look at our RSI coming down. But because I looked at it over time, let me go back to the daily. I think I'm gonna hang in here. Let's see. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. It could go either way. Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't know. We'll leave it. I'm curious to see how this thing trades anyway. I'm curious to see how it moves. And I'm telling you, find one ticker, trade it, paper trade it, work with it every day. You'll see the pattern. You'll see I think they have a personality. They really do. At least in my mind, they do. Let me check over here in the chat. Yes, I'm telling you, Kathy, minority mindset, I love him because he'll get you straight. He gives it to you straight. Deborah, those that's my rotation. Oliver Velez, Rainer Tail, Black Girl Stocks, Minority Reports. And I'm telling y'all, people do not like Chris Sane. I don't know why. I tossed Chris Sane in there too. And oh gosh, I was going to tell you all one more. Who is it? Oh my gosh. Oh, Brandon Trades. I like him. He's a young guy. And the reason I like him is because he does the same thing. He always does SPY. He always does QQQ. And those are just industry standards. He does, I want to say futures. He does NQ and SQX. I'm not sure. I want to say he does. Anyway, if you follow QQQ, if you trade QQQ or you trade SPY, you want to put Brandon Trades into your rotation too. But what I also like about him is that he turns over his watch list. I like anybody who's giving us free intel. He will tell you what he's watching. He gives price levels. I like that. I like his technical analysis, the way he shows you how to run Fibonacci's retracement. He shows you how he determines a price level, supply and demand, all of it. I like that because I'm learning. I'm learning more about supply and demand. Okay, so here's what I'm working on. I know how to plot support and resistance, you all, but still trying to find like where to place your stop loss. I set my stop loss by a percentage. That's just my MO. But I want to learn how to do, hey, somebody sold us. What happened? Let me go over here and see. What happened? Who? Oh, did we have an OCO on Taiwan Semiconductor? We must have because somebody closed us out. Yeah, it closed us out. Oh, did it? Sure did. Okay, because we got down $100, which was that's what I said. So there's the beauty in that. Taiwan Semiconductor, you just saw it. It closed us out. That's the beauty of putting your stop loss and all that stuff on. It will automate itself. It won't let you hurt yourself. Please, if you don't learn anything, I think every good trader needs to learn how to put in your stop loss. You need to know how to set that tray up. If you don't know how to do that, schedule a call with me because you should not be trading real money without knowing how to put it, or go back and look at some of the old videos, any of that stuff. But please, 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 by all means, do not put any real money on the table until you know how to put a stop loss in place. And to that end, another thing I want to learn to do that I don't know how to do, you guys, and hope maybe somebody in the chat knows how to do. How do you put on a trailing stop? And a trailing stop moves with the stock. It moves with the price or something. Don't quote me on this. I'm telling y'all, I don't know how to do it. Okay, but our Schwab is coming along. Okay, see, Schwab is coming along. It made $67 today. So let me see. Let me show you. Let me tell you where we made money and where we lost money. Of course, those NVIDIA, that was the move of the day. Let me see where NVIDIA is now. And we got out just in time too, because NVIDIA is down to 457. Okay, so we made $500 on the 3 NVIDIA calls. We jumped into PayPal. We lost $75. Probably shouldn't have been in PayPal anyway. Schwab, we're holding on to. It looks like for today, we made $67 overall because we've been holding them a while. We're up $15. And then that Taiwan Semiconductor, we got stopped out of that trade. I was trying to set it for $100, but it was $105. I was trying to set the loss for $100, and I got as close as I could. It stopped us out at $105. So total for the day, we're up $335. So just think about it. If we're going to keep our Schwab, that PayPal trade didn't even really have to happen. And the Taiwan Semiconductor, it is what it is. So $300, even with our 2 losses, again, make your winners big, your losses small. I'm pleased. I'll tell you why I'm pleased. because we stayed within some reasonable, $75. That was a reasonable. I think if you follow Oliver Velez's advice, never let a trade take more than $69 from you, $70 from you. It kind of gives you, that should be a hard rule. Never, ever, ever. Mine is $100. I'll give you $100. But $100 can add up. So you can see we tried to stay true. And again, keep your winners big, your losers small, and you'll come out on top. That's the best thing I could tell you. Black Girl Stocks is the truth. Y'all better get over there. Black Girl Stock does a Sunday recap of the week. Priceless. Priceless, priceless, priceless. I'm trying to see if anybody else is on the move. Nvidia. Nvidia bounced back up. Let's see. Do we want to get back in? Look at that. You can always re-enter a trade. I'm trying to see if she's at support. NVIDIA will kick it off too, I'm telling you. Okay, so look at this color change. We got this color change. Look at these volume bars, all that volume, lots of buyers rushed in. I'm looking to see what's happening here. These are getting smaller. I'm looking for a crossover. Any indication? I want to see what the high was too. What was the high? 460.88, 459. I don't know. Look at NVIDIA making a move. We'll see. But I also know this too. If you're a winner, walk away. If you're up $300, like we're up $300 for the day, walk away. You don't need to trade anymore. You really don't, y'all. The market opened. We've been here an hour. We made 300 and some dollars in an hour. Come on. Nobody needs to trade anymore. We could actually just go home. We could just end this and go home. That's what I would do in my real life. I would close my computer. I would probably watch, but I wouldn't trade anymore. I wouldn't trade another penny. You don't want to make a winning day a losing day, and you could definitely do that. Maybe we should look for some puts. Whoa, look at love. Y'all want to get some puts? Puts are what we purchase when the price is going down. And she is definitely trading underneath all of those. She crossed over for a little bit. Love is, you can see. I'm trying to think. We did puts. We did calls. Let me look at Market Watch and see if it's a company we could do for a put. We want something bright red. RTX. I don't know what RTX is. Let's look at it, but it looks like it's having a lousy day. RTX. Yeah, RTX has had a rough morning. Looks like they might be on the upswing, but man, that would have been nice. Steady down. Trying to see anybody else losing like that. Love is down 5%. I think we missed that though, because it hit a low. I'll keep an eye out. I don't know. And NVIDIA can't decide what it wants to do. AMD. As crazy as it looks, I still wouldn't go into this. Can you all see why this is not a good trade? Look at that chop, 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 chop. You don't want that. You don't want any parts of that. You want things that look nice and clear. Where was NVIDIA? Let me show it to you on the 5-minute. I think on the 5-minute, you can really see the pattern better. At least I can. I can see. Okay. I don't know if this is as clean. It's those big pushes. That's a big push, a little pullback, push, push, a little pullback, push, push, and then into consolidation. Consolidation is when it's caught up in any of the SMAs and just kind of doing that sideways thing. And so right now, NVIDIA is doing this sideways thing. We don't have to go in there. We don't need that kind of stress. Okay, I'm going to show you something else. I think I showed you this on your watch list. You can go here and find the top 10. So let's find the top 10 gainers in the NASDAQ and see who's up and doing what. I'm going to move this over so we can really see these numbers. Okay. I'm not familiar with some of these companies. I'm not familiar with most of these. Let me see what else they got over here in the top 10. But that's where you can go to see who's doing what. Top 10 net gain in the NASDAQ, top 10 gain in the New York Stock Exchange. Hmm. We can also look at losers if we wanted to practice some puts. Let's see, who are the top 10 losers? Lord. Okay. Let's see what happened there. Ooh. Oh, that was pre-market. I wouldn't fool with that anyway. Tabs, don't know what that is. Or TARS. Yeah, I don't fool with that kind of stuff. But at any rate, just so you know, on your where you have your watch list, if you go here and hit this little tab right there, it'll open this up. You can look at all kinds of stuff. You can look at by industry, and those are the sectors. So there are 11 sectors: energy, materials, industrials, consumer discretion. You can read them. There are 11 different sectors. You can look at it by sector to see if there's a sector on fire. Like sometimes I think financials are supposed to be doing well. So select all financials, but play around with your watch list. Play around with your watch list. Now I'm going back to my regular watch list. Where my personal? Is it my first? Was that where we were? Yeah. I can't see anybody else doing anything. Nvidia was the only one that made that big move of the stuff that I watch on my watch list. Well, let's look at QQQ just for kicks. And then I'll get back to the chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Rita, do yourself a favor. Just pop in a video. Black Girl Stocks is easy to listen to. I think Minority Mindset is really easy to listen to, but he doesn't give like trading information but in terms of financial literacy, oh my goodness. And then there's another one too. He's a bit of a character. His name is Hogue. I'll find him. But if y'all are interested in like structuring a portfolio, I like him because I watched him take 12 dividend stocks, y'all. This thing is, I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna drop that video. I'm gonna find it for y'all before I leave because I thought it was so fascinating. He picked 12 dividend stocks that pay out weekly. Well, at any rate, the way he organized these 12 dividend stocks, you would receive a dividend check every week of the year. Stop playing games. I was like, honestly, that when I saw him do that, I was like, see, they know things. They know things. Oh, Baba. Okay, Yvette, I'll look at Baba. Y'all, I'm gonna find this dude because he does it all the time and he reworks them. And I want to say he has one with only aristocrat stocks. Do you know how hard that is to find 12 aristocrat stocks and structure them so that each one pays out a different week quarterly? Incredible. I thought that was genius. I almost said a bad word. Okay, Vet, I'm going over to Baba. But y'all need to see him. I'm telling you. Okay, let's see what Baba's doing. Oh, shoot. Baba would be perfect for a put. We should have caught it. It opened up at $98 and it's all the way down to 95.80. Drop two. But see, it's bouncing off of this RSI. I don't know. Looks like it might be trying to come back. Let me look at it on the 2-minute. Okay, I'm going to add Baba to my watch list. Oh shoot, y'all. This is exactly the opposite. Remember we showed you the one that was bouncing above? It does the exact opposite. Look at this. It's the whole bunny hop, but now it's underneath all the SMAs. I'm telling y'all, this is not rocket science. Just keep studying them. Just keep watching these charts. You're gonna see it. You're gonna be like, that sure is. That thing sure is doing a bunny hop. It's doing a bunny hop, and it's hopping underneath all of these. When this big red crossed that 200, and then this second candle closed underneath the 200. Come on, come on. Now let's see what it does. Is it going to continue to come down? Because if it continues, Baba would have been great for a put. Take note. Here's what I would do. I would note this date and then go back and back test. What, because see, I probably, yeah, that big old red candle, I would have been trying to get in on it, or I would have definitely been trying to get in here or here, maybe even here. I might have waited for this and then these. Yeah, and then we're off to the races. But back test this in on demand and see, but you have to wait because who is that? Somebody and I, we were talking about the on demand feature that allows you to back test. It it doesn't have the most current data. Like you can't back test for yesterday or maybe 2 or 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago, 5 days ago, you'll be able to back test. But like immediately the most recent previous 72 hours, you may not be able to back test those days. I am not mad at Baba. If Baba comes back down under say 50 cent, 95.50, I would buy a put. I'll buy a put. But right now I can't tell. Let's look at the 5 minute on Baba. See this bouncing up off of that RSI coming up, this yellow coming in. I don't know. I don't know. And then this dark red, not the bright red. I don't know if we miss this in terms of a put. I'm not sure. So we'll see. That's the 5 minute. I'm going to look at it on the 15 minute. See, look at that. Look at that. 15, 30, 45, an hour and 15 minutes, the price went down. That would have been a great put for this morning. Great. Even if you waited until it closed, here. That's 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, but this concerns me a little bit, and then this, and then, so we'll see. Because if it gets down to 95.50, if it can hold under 95.50, see, look, it's going the opposite direction. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yvette, what made you want to look at Baba? Hold on 1 second, folks. Let me get over here and see what we're doing. Don't y'all miss Maryland? When Maryland is in here, it's a whole different vibe. Because Maryland be keeping the house in order. She keeps us together. I think my grandboy had to go to bed, y'all. Because he was here with us. Okay, what was I going to look over here and see? Okay, I'm looking at this. Live trade. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. And y'all know it's 10 o'clock. I have to be gone. I go to bed at 10. I try to get over though more. I'm gonna try to do more live trading just so we can talk, just so if you have a question, if you need anything from me, anything you want me to look up, I need to make some notes real quick because I said that I'm going to put that Hoagie guy. It's Hogue. He did the 12 dividend stocks so that you get paid out a dividend check. And y'all listen, dividends are based on how much you have invested. So if you only got 3 shares, your dividend's not going to be $100 a month. But think about it. If you keep building up your position, eventually, I'm telling y'all, it is better to invest than not to invest. That's just the bottom line. It's better to get in the game. So, or you could actually just reinvest your dividends Either way, I thought that was so fascinating. So I'm going to put that on the community tab. We talked about Black Girl Stocks, Oliver Velez. I know I posted the things about the time frames. That will be helpful to understand too. Like, why do we look back over time frames? Or why do we use multiple time frames? I'll try to post something about that. Why we look at multiple time frames. And if there's anything else, any other information you guys want, drop it in the chat and then I will try to post it on the community tab. And I'm telling y'all, this is how we all learn. Check out the community tab, you guys. Generally, like this week, we have earnings. This is earnings season. And today, after the market closes, Google and Microsoft, I got to double check that, have earnings reports. And the way you can tell on your Thinkorswim is right here. You all see these little blue, it looks like a light bulb, I guess. But if you click on it, like for Google, it'll tell you. It says earnings 7:25 after market Central Standard Time. So at the end of the day, Google will have their conference call. And if you own that stock, you can actually listen in on the conference call, if I'm not mistaken. And I also want to say Microsoft. Okay, so Microsoft is going to be paying a dividend. It's 68 cents. I want to say, is that per share? Don't quote me, but at any rate, they're paying a dividend on August the 16th. And then they have their earnings after market today as well. So watch Microsoft and watch Google to see if, how their earnings report affects the stock price. Right now, Microsoft is doing nothing. Well, let's see. It's been coming down for, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe Microsoft might be set for a put. Let me see. Let me look at it on the 5 minute. I like looking for patterns on the. Oh yeah, I don't fool with that. I don't like that. And then look at it at this 200. That usually is. It could be support. If it doesn't come in with some volume, I don't know. It might get caught up on this 200. You can see it tried to get down and no go. Couldn't stay underneath it. So we'll see. The 200 moving averages at 346.16. I'm going to see if it can hold, if it's going to close. If that candle closes underneath, I'm on the 5. Let me look at the 2 minute and see. I don't know. I don't know. 37, 38, 3. Microsoft. I'll look at Microsoft for a minute. So I've got 4 more minutes with you guys. And then I'm going to cut out because it's 10 in the day for y'all, but it is 10 p.m. at night for me. And I got to go to bed. Eventually, I got to get some sleep. So if you have any questions, if you need to join our Zoom, is it coming up this Wednesday? No, it's next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we will have another Zoom study session. If you have something in particular that you want us to toss out as a topic, let me know. We can put it on the agenda, or we can continue to just paper trade together, y'all. We can back test because our Zoom call happens in the evening. The most useful thing would probably be to back test, because if we're trying to paper trade, the market isn't open, we can do everything, set it up and send them, but they won't execute. So my vote is for paper trading. I think we should just continue to paper trade together, maybe study some companies in particular. If there's something that you're interested in, if there's a stock that you want to watch, maybe do a little fundamental analysis. If it isn't a company that we already know, just let me know. So you guys have my email address. It's at fromlack2legacy@gmail.com. You can email me. I will send you the Zoom link, an invitation for our Zoom link. You can also Once you are subscribed, because that really is like a perk for our subscribers. So subscribe to the channel. It costs nothing. Hit the subscribe button. I'm telling you, none of those buttons, nothing down there is going to break. Hit the thumbs up, set your notifications, do all that good stuff so that every time I'm live or I release a video, you will know. And you definitely need to set your notifications for me because y'all know I might be on for 2 weeks. I might be gone for 2 weeks. So you just never know. And I appreciate that kind of flexibility, to be perfectly honest with you. It's one of the reasons I like trading because I can do it anywhere. I can make money from anywhere. I can do it any day of the week. And I appreciate YouTube, to be honest, as a platform. I'm not beholden to do this 5 days a week. I am fully retired. I don't do anything that I don't want to do. And I hope everybody has that kind of life where you are doing only what you want to do because it's your passion, you love it, you want to do it. I don't want y'all looking for me 5 days a week because I don't want to be like, that's like a job. YouTube is somewhat, I have to still decide, is this my hobby? What is YouTube for me? But one, I do want it to be another stream of income, but not so much to the point where I want to be on here 5 days a week live. That's too much for a retired a woman of a particular age, such as myself. But I appreciate you all for showing up, for learning, for asking questions, for contributing to the discussion, asking questions. I'm a teacher. I love it. I'm never offended when you ask me a question because number one, it provides me with two opportunities. One is if I don't know, it gives me an opportunity to learn along with you because trust me, if you bring up a question, I'm definitely going to find out. And two, if I do know it, it gives me an opportunity to repeat it. And I'm telling you, if you really want to learn something, if you want to know if you know something, try explaining it to somebody. Because in that explanation, whether you know it or not, I know if there's some gaps. It's like, wait a minute, I know this, but I don't know that. So questions are opportunities for not only you to learn, but they're opportunities for me to learn too. So keep the questions coming. Keep showing up, y'all. Don't give up. I promise you, one day you're just going to wake up and be like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. It happened to me. I was thoroughly confused. This time last year, I didn't know my hair from a hole in the ground. And now, 1 year later, not even a real full year, y'all, because I think I took my first trade sometime in October, right? Maybe right going into November. So it's just been months. And it's amazing what we can do in such a short period of time working together. All right, with that being said, I got to check in with my grandboy to make sure he's okay. And I will see you guys back here. I know for a fact I'll do live trading on Thursday. And maybe I'll try to do another day during the week too. All right, folks. Thank you all. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe button, share, and turn on your notifications. And I will talk to you guys on Thursday. Happy trading. Bye, everybody.